Recently, Apple announced a new operating system for the iPad line, and they're calling it the iPad OS. This wasn't available when I released my first video regarding the iPad, so I wanted to create this video to add on to that. I downloaded the beta version, and I wanted to share to you guys the potential this update brings. This update is big, and I believe there are more reasons to get an iPad now. Hello everyone, my name is John Imperial and I am a registered architect in Anchorage, Alaska. In this channel we talk about life, architecture tips and strategies, and tech reviews just like this one. So if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. Let's get to the video. A lot of people were excited about the announcement of the iPad OS, and that includes me. I think we all knew how well an iPad could work, only if it had a better operating system. Now, I wouldn't say the iPad OS makes the iPad a laptop replacement, but it's definitely a step in the right direction. You might notice that in my first video, I had the 10.5-inch iPad Pro, but after researching about the iPad OS and reflecting on my process and needs, I traded my 10.5-inch iPad Pro to the 12.9-inch Gen 2. I mainly traded to the 12.9-inch iPad Pro because I realized that having the bigger screen would enable me to use my iPad more. Whether that's working on a project, looking at floor plans, writing some notes and messages, or even possibly editing videos, that bigger screen would really come in handy. The first one I want to talk about is mouse support. Yes, you heard that right. The iPad now supports the use of a mouse. When I heard about this update, I got really excited, and this was the feature I really wanted to try. It's nice to have this feature. We all know that using your fingers to navigate around your iPad is good, but there are just certain applications where a mouse would be very useful. Whether it's web browsing, on-the-go video editing, or just navigating through AutoCAD or SketchUp Viewer. Please take note though that this feature emulates your fingers. So it doesn't work just like a traditional mouse, it actually emulates your fingers. The second thing I want to show you guys is how this feature complements my setup. Since I have the Logitech MX Master 2S and this Logitech K375S, I am now able to use the same mouse and the same keyboard for my iPad Pro. This mouse and keyboard allows you to connect up to 3 devices, which is pretty cool. And switching between devices is done in one easy step. I'll put the links in the description below if you want to check that out. The next feature I want to talk about is Sidecar, and this essentially allows you to use your iPad as a second screen. This feature only works for Mac computers though, and too bad I sold my MacBook so I couldn't try this. But essentially this allows you to use your iPad as a second screen, and you can even use your iPad as a drawing tablet. I've seen other YouTubers try it, and since it's still the beta version, it's pretty glitchy. But I can see how this feature could be helpful, especially to someone who wants to travel and have that second screen option, using your laptop and then using the iPad as a second screen. If you have a PC and you want to use your iPad as a second screen, you can look up Duet Display and it pretty much accomplishes the same thing. The next thing I want to talk about is multitasking, because now you can open 2 instances of the same app, whether that's Safari next to Safari or Notes next to Notes. And not only that, you have the slide over apps, which enables you to have multiple apps open at the same time. The last thing I want to talk about is the added support for flash drives. I know, better late than never, right? This is nice because now you have the ability to access your videos, images, PDFs straight from your flash drive or SD card, and you don't need to go back and forth with transferring files online. And I can see this being very handy if you're traveling and you don't have reception or internet and you need to access your work files. So those are my favorite features of the iPad OS and what I believe could improve our workflow as architects. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like this, please hit that subscribe button and don't forget to hit that notification bell. I'll see you guys next time.